Well, there's no rain, there's no sleet, there's no snow, there's no hurricane-style winds. I don't know what we're going to do. I guess it's a good time to start the softball season on Munger Vision. It's been a long time coming. There's been quite a few delays. We're at Mill River Union High School, and we've got Mill River with Jessica McDonald in the circle. And a 1-0 record right now as they defeated Division I MAU 11-4 in their season opener. Well, what became their season opener. And today they're taking on their Division B, Division II rival, Springfield, the Cosmos. These two teams now, they met last year 3 times. Obviously twice in the regular season. They split with each other in the regular season, and then in the playoffs, Mill River came up with a big effort and defeated Springfield. And again, we've mentioned McDonald. She's no kept secret anymore. She's well known all around the state of Vermont. Just a junior, but one of the better pitchers, one of the top 6 pitchers, in my opinion, in any division in the state of Vermont. And she's going to be looking at Brandy White, who's the pitcher for Springfield. And she's also the leadoff hitter, followed by Heather LaPlante and Sarah Flory. And that's the first 3 due up. And of course, that's Nikki Rao behind the plate, the catcher for Mill River. And actually, I'll go around the horn defensively for you after this next pitch. The Minutemen in their red uniforms on their home field on a nice sunny day. That'll even the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike. McDonald doesn't hurt herself with walks. She has very good control, doesn't issue an awful lot of walks, doesn't hit batters. In that win against Mount Anthony, she had one stretch retired 10 hitters in a row. That's a great looking pitch as it dipped down and in for a swinging strike to Brandy White. Chrissy Murray is at first base defensively. Chelsea Redenis is at second base. Katie Ketchum's at short. And Brandy Bennick is the third base person. And that's going to be to Bennick. She'll stay down on the ball, make the throw, and there's 1 down on a 5-3 putout. That's always important to get that leadoff hitter out. And I just want to mark my book. And now Heather LaPlante up, and she'll play second base for Springfield when the Cosmos come out defensively in the bottom half of the first. And the outfield has Desiree Gray in left field. The center fielders Andrea Chambers, and Kayla Plouffe is the right fielder. And that pitch just a little bit inside from McDonald. A very young Mill River squad, but a squad that has a lot of experience. McDonald and Rao are both juniors as we foul out a play for a strike. And this is their 3rd year of being the tandem, the battery out there for Mill River, and they'll be back next year. Like I said, only juniors. Chrissy Murray at first base, a lot of experience. Katie Ketchum is a senior out there, and that's going to be the backstop for a ball as it gets by Rao. Ketchum, one of the leaders on this team. And again, your outfield, Chambers did play last year at various spots in the outfield, as did Desiree Gray in various spots in the outfield. So where you really need your experience, great pitch. Where you really need your experience at the pitcher, catcher, and shortstop spot, they're pretty much set there. And pitch on the way in the top of the first, scoreless, and goes down, swinging first strikeout for McDonald. And now Sarah Flory up with 2 down and the base is clear. McDonald looking for a 1-2-3 first inning of work. Number 21 in red out there, Jessica McDonald. I obviously have covered a lot of Mill River sports over the years, but her freshman year when she was their main pitcher, and actually I don't know what they call it, but she made the all-state team, all-MVL. Yeah, it's MVL this now. It's not SVL like when I went to school 100 years ago. But as a freshman, and I tell you, last year this team went to the semifinals, losing to Taryn Foster and Otter Valley in a extra innings game in the semifinals. Got a feeling this year they could be meeting up possibly even deeper in playoffs against each other. And that's a matchup of 2 good teams, 2 good coaches. That's going to be a foul ball. You see Rao, they'll get right out on the play. Rao, an excellent catcher to complement her pitcher. Shirley Brusso, Gary McDonald, the coaching staff here at Mill River, doing another fine job. There is a breeze today if there's a downside, and I'm not calling it a downside after what we've experienced in the Rutland area for weather, but there's a pretty decent breeze blowing. I'd say probably in the 15-mile-an-hour range from the center field into the hitter's face. So it's not a hitter's breeze, that's for sure. McDonald with a strikeout this inning. We'll wind it up and issue a walk. So she'll have a strikeout and a walk, and that'll be the first base runner of the softball game. And I'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the shortstop, Connie Cahill. So Springfield looking to get things started here with 2 down. See how they want to play the run game, because Rao has a very good, strong, accurate arm behind the home plate, and she got her. Yeah, good throw, gets her out on the steal attempt. So Nikki Rao getting some high fives, well deserved. It was a quick release. Actually, that really got the job done, but Mill River will come up in the bottom half of the first in a scoreless ball game on Munger Vision. And that's Katie Ketchum looking at, as she'll be the leadoff hitter here for Mill River. That type of player that a coach just loves, gives you that unique power in the leadoff spot, makes contact, knows the strike zone's got decent speed down the line, and usually gets on base and makes something happen. She'll take a ball right there. As I had mentioned before, Brandy White is the pitcher. Amelia Thompson is your catcher, and I'll do the infield for Springfield, who's out there in the white tops, green bottoms, in just a second. That's up the middle, base hit for Ketchum. Stayed right on the ball and drove it up the middle, and she'll represent the first base hit of the game for either side. There was the walk for the Cosmos in the top half of the first, but this is a no doubt about it base hit. Now Chelsea Rudenis, the second baseman today, batting number 2 at the plate. And Ketchum, like I said, runs very well. It's a good base stealer. Whoops, I'll bring the camera down now. And she wastes no time. She's up, she's gone, and she's in there safe. Throw came in high and late, but Ketchum able to put herself in scoring position with nobody down. And that's one thing Mill River really started to develop last year, as these core of players got experience with each other and just matured, is able to really play that advanced style of softball, that aggressive style of softball, where they'll force the issue, put pressure on the defense. You know, they'll play small ball if they got up, but as you can see right there, they can run the bases very well. Rudenis from the right-hand side of the plate. Brandy White looks in, gets the target from Thompson, and the pitch off the fist and foul. Pretty good rip at it, though, by Rudenis. On deck will be Chrissy Murray, the first baseman. I have high expectations for this Mill River squad, and I'm sure they have even higher expectations of themselves, but they're a good, solid club, and nice job by the catcher Thompson going up the ladder there to snag that one, so it will not become a pass ball or wild pitch, actually. And Rudenis digging in. Ketchum down at second base, had a single, stolen base, and Mill River, Springfield scoreless. And that could be playable. Nope, it'll just make the roof of the dugout, as you could see. So that will just go as another foul ball strike. Stays at 2 strikes in the count. Rudenis will pick up the bat, and this will be a good time for me to tell you that Megan Brown, not Megan, she corrected me, it's Megan Brown plays first base. Heather LaPlante is at second defensively. Connie Cahill's at short. Sarah Flory is at third. We'll catch up to the outfield on this pitch coming in to Rudenis. Good stop. Good stop. Ketchum's going to go, and she's in there. Just good decision making right there. She didn't hesitate. She had a pretty good jump already as she was dancing around, and she's put herself in a position now where a wild pitch or a deep enough fly ball or a slow hit ground ball or an error will score her. And the pitch to Rudenis will be strike 3, swing and get her on a rise ball up out of the strike zone. That becomes the first out of the inning for Mill River, and I'll bring up Chrissy Murray with Nikki Rao on deck, the cleanup hitter. Murray, outstanding player, good hitter, good instincts, loves the game. Ketchum's at third, 1 down. Same rules apply. Pass ball, fly ball, base hit. And boy, she laid off that rise ball. She was thinking about cocking the gun and pulling the trigger, but she'll let it go by. Mill River softball brought to you by Munger Vision. You've seen a lot of Mill River softball this year. Well, weather permitting. That'll be high again above the numbers. Crosses the plate for a ball. Springfield. Trying to fill a lot of voids last year. Jackie Rushton was their ace pitcher. That's a strike on the outside corner. And I believe she might have been a 4-year starter on varsity for pitching, and I know at least 3 years, but that's a big void to fill. Yeah, and she just missing high each time. That goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. So Brandy White, with 1 out, 1 on, has got a strikeout, trying to avoid issue her first walk here. And she won't be able to do it. That'll put runners at the corners, and I love the situation. when I coached or just as a spectator, because I know you've got a very good hitter, good contact hitter, good power hitter, Nikki Rao at the plate, but you've also got the option to send that runner at first to second on a steal. If they do throw down, release the runner at third, send her home. Be aggressive, put pressure on them. There goes the runner, and yep, they're not going to bite. They're going to hold the ball, concede the steal, put runners at second and third with one down. And now Nikki Rao, number 23, with the table set for one down, second and third. The traditional double play not in order. There's always the fly ball catch, throw somebody out of home base double play, but that could be, no, it's going to be out of play. It's going to be up on the hill and out of play. So Rao will pick up the bat, get back in the box, and be set for White's pitch. In the top half of that first, I'll go there in a second, and that's going to be out of play. Another strike on a foul ball. Mill River did a little bit of everything in that top of the first. McDonald had a strikeout, a walk. Rao threw a runner out trying to steal, and Bennick at third base made a nice play to get the runner out on the ground ball at first. So, and again, here comes the runner home on the wild pit pass ball, actually, and Ketchum's going to score the first run of the season on Munger Vision. They said they did defeat Division I MAU here on Wednesday. It was strange. It was a 1 o'clock start time, and I couldn't get out of work to get here. And this is a 4:30 start time. And of course, the trail runner, Murray, moved up on that pass ball. So 1-0 the Minutemen with a 1-0 record. And that is up and over the backstop. Yep, you can see it hit out of play. It'll be a strike. Scheduled for 7. There is the mercy rule. We haven't come anywhere near that yet. I just thought I'd throw out some filler here on air. Another year of spring sports brought to you by Jerry Munger. Oh, good rip. That's a foul ball. Yeah, foul ball. Nobody can advance. Everybody's got to stay where they are. And again, went right off the end of the bat of Rao. And the pitcher, Jessica McDonald, is on deck. And boy, did her hitting take off last year. That's an area she wanted to improve on last year, and she did. That's another pass ball, and here comes another runner home. Safe. She came in under the tag. And the trail runner, I want to see if she took second base. So 2-0 Mill River now. And a lot of this, like I said, there's been the hit by Katie Ketchum, then the walk by Chrissy Murray, then a couple steals and a couple pass balls, and we got a 2-0 game. Well, Rao's got a chance. Nope, that's going to be caught. On the line, but caught. And Rao, with a good at bat there, made her work, throw some pitches, got a good piece of the ball with the bat, but it'll be a fly out to right field to Ashlyn Millette. See, I'm watching the game from center field, so I got kind of my book set up from the catcher's position out, so I kind of got to reconfigure myself here and get my GPS, my head working correctly. McDonald with 2 down and 2 runs in, and the base is clean. He's going to hit one down in the third base, up and got it. But Mill River doing some damage. Will get the first lead of the game at 2-0, and McDonald will go in, trade in that batting helmet for her glove, come back out in a circle, and get set to try to hold that lead for the Minutemen. That's number 21, Jessica McDonald, back in the circle. Like I said, she had a strikeout and a walk and didn't allow a base hit in that first inning of work. And this is the hitter at the plate, remember, is Connie Cahill. She was at bat when Nikki Rao threw the runner out trying to steal second. That's a big swing on a rise ball, fouled off for a strike. 2-0 Mill River. We're in the top of the second from Mill River Union High School in Middle Road, Vermont, or in Middle Road in Clarendon, Vermont, USA. Oh, great pitch. See the movement on that pitch? That was great. Quickly, though, the key to this for McDonald is she usually pitches 90% of the time from ahead in the count, and she's up 0-2 right now. And that's going to be a little nubber picked up by Murray, and she'll tag the bag. Chrissy Murray, very, very solid out there at first base. Good with the bat, as we've already mentioned when she was at the plate, but very, very good with the glove. Makes good decisions. And that's one down now. And Ashley Richardson, the center fielder, up for the first time to face Jessica McDonald. Now, weather holds out, and I know I'm tape delayed. And that's high for a ball. Mill River takes to the road for their next Munger Vision game up to Otter Valley to take on Taryn Foster and Patty Camden's Otter Valley squad. And weather permitting, I'm going to buzz on up there because that's going to be a great game to not only watch but to tape and bring to the community. And it's going to be outplay. See where I'll give it a look. Now she chases down a lot of fly balls in foul territory. Really got that down as the catcher. Should work on that and get better at it. And she's got that instinct already. She made some great plays last year from behind the plate on things just like foul balls. Obviously that was outplayed and she couldn't get to that one. And I'll do the Mill River defense for you again here after Jessica McDonald's pitch into the windup, and they framed it, but they couldn't get the call, and that's going to be a ball. Kevin Battery again, his catcher is Rao. McDonald's the pitcher. Murray's at first. Redenis is at second. Ketchum is at shortstop, and Bennick is at third. Great pitch. Now, I don't know how, and I've said this is my 11th year doing softball. That's her second strikeout. How you can look at one with 2 strikes on you right down the pipe. And Megan Brown up, and she is the first baseman for Springfield. It's got the bases clean and 2 down. And at outfield for Mill River is Andrea Chambers, Desiree Gray, and Kayla Plouffe. And Desiree Gray and Kayla Plouffe, there's a swinging strike on what might have been a ball out of the strike zone. But Gray and Plouffe, big soccer players this past season for Coach Randy Chadburn. Oh, another swinging strike. And again, she's up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking for her 3rd strikeout of the game. Would be her 2nd of the inning. And you got a sense she's got a good rhythm today. And why not? Why not go up out of the strike zone when you're up in the count? Because she's gotten her to chase 2 up high out of the strike zone already. It's a good move. Pitchers, I'll wait till it's pitch. Oh, great pitch. Came back with the drop. Gets the strikeout. McDonald with 3 strikeouts. And Mill River protected that 2-0 lead. And we'll come back to the bottom of the 2nd with the Minutemen coming up to the plate. And Andrea Chambers will lead off here for Mill River. 2 runs in the first for Mill River. The only hit was from Katie Ketchum. And there was a walk in there to Chrissy Murray, and then again it was just a lot of base stealing and then a couple mistakes by the pitcher-catcher combination. Big swing, nice pitch. Could have been a drop ball, or it looked like a screwball. So she turns her wrist over, and I think that White's throwing a screwball on that particular pitch. It's very hard from my location in center field to actually identify a pitch. It's much easier from behind the plate. Big swing and a miss there, no doubt about that. That was a rise ball, and that's going to be the 2nd strikeout of the game. And now Kayla Plouffe up, 2nd strikeout of the game for Brandy White of the Cosmos in those white uniforms with the green pants. The Minutemen in their home reds, trimmed out in some white and some blue. I tell you, the field I walked it in pretty good condition. There's one spot in very deep center field that it's a little mucky. But other than that, this field really, hard as a rock, dries real quick. And I personally would like to thank and commend the great job with this hurricane that we had Monday. CVPS and all the other power companies that came in to help out, swinging strike there for strike 2. The fire department, police department, the EMTs, everybody in government, the mayor, Chris Loris, just tremendous job by the entire community itself, also neighbors and friends and people who didn't know each other helping each other out. It was a very traumatic, tragic storm. There's a swinging strike right there. That's a pretty good looking pitch to Kayla Plouffe, but boy, it just made me proud though at the end to see how the whole community came together to get through this mess. Oh, you don't have to hear me say it, but I'll say it. 2 strikes, you got to protect that plate, get the bat off your shoulder, and don't look at one down the pipe, and that'll bring up now, after back-to-back strikeouts, Desiree Gray up. Now, Gray batting in that number 8 spot, had some pretty big hits last year, so she's not a cream puff at the number 8 spot. She's looking to get on base with 2 down and get things started for the on-deck hitter, which will be Brandy Bennick. See, that is a ball, but I like the catcher. Amelia Thompson caught that and just kind of slid it over about 4 inches, trying to frame it and get the call for her pitcher. White, going to be high. So she turns over, really has a lot of wrist action when you watch her pitch here, her mechanics. She got 3 strikeouts in the game, as does Mill Rivers McDonald. Not a bad day for the spectators either. Oh, big swing and a miss there. She turned that pitch over, and that was a screwball. So Gray, trying to avoid a 1-2-3 inning for the Mill River offense here, needs to bear down with those 2 strikes, shows bunt, and lays it down. That's a foul ball on a 3rd strike, and that should be, or did I lose track of the count? I lost track of the count. That will become, I'll say that's a real gutsy move with 2 strikes, but it wasn't. There's only 1 strike. Now with the foul ball, it becomes 2 strikes, and it's not automatic that she won't still try to bunt. You got to get a little crazy nowadays when you coach. Got her swing, and she'll go down, but it will stay 2-0 Mill River over Springfield. As Miss McDonald finishes up her warm-up pitches, yeah, see the sun shining. She had to shield her eyes. Ketchum's out there at shortstop wearing some shades. It's a nice change from what we've had. To say, it's a good day for the spectators taking a game here. But McDonald's just started the game off in rhythm and stayed right there. She has had that 1 walk, but she's got 3 strikeouts. And she's going to be looking at the bottom of the order. This is the catcher, Amelia Thompson, up right now. Thompson's first time, obviously, at the plate. So McDonald and Rao agree on a sign, and the pitch going to be a little bit too tight for the umpire's liking, and it'll be a ball. Again, it's Murray at first, for Dennis at second, Ketchum at short, and Bennick at third. And that's going to be foul. Yeah, she got around and pulled it. Now McDonald, like I said, has got good speed on the ball. She throws in that mid to high 50s, just like Foster does. But it was interesting. I had both Taryn Foster from Otter Valley and Jessica McDonald here from Mill River on my preview show for softball leading up to the season, as they were guests at the same time. And boy, she hung that one out there, and Gray will come up with it, get the ball in play, and that's going to be the first base hit. But the second base runner for Springfield. And both pitchers talked about speed and, at the younger age levels, being able to just dominate by throwing hard. But then they developed, well, I call it off-speed pitches, but they call it junk. And right there was one of her junk pitches, Averill Schwanda up. She's the DP. She's hitting for the left fielder, and that ball's going to be high. Don't forget, the other base runner that Springfield had back in the first inning got there on a walk, but was thrown out trying to steal by the strong arm of catcher Nikki Rao. Oh, see, that was junk, which is a good thing. That's a good term by pitchers. I learned that from the pitchers. Actually, it looked like a changeup. Nobody out and a runner on, and they'll, I don't think she brought the bat back on the bunt attempt. Oh, and I missed it because I was doing my book. You know what happened? Rao threw a strike down to Redenis covering the bag, and she tagged the runner out, and just like that, they've had 2 runners picked off base. Yeah, Nikki Rao with a great throw down to first. And that play had to be called too, because somebody had to go over and cover that bag. And like I said, I apologize from the bottom of my heart, but the pitch had been made. See the umps talking. And I stood back from the camera, because I run the camera, call the game, keep the book. But I stood back, and I just couldn't get to the camera handle tripod to move the camera back where I'm positioned. I was filling my book in, my scorebook. But believe me, it was a great play by everybody involved, started by Rao. And there's a swinging strike. That's a strikeout. Yeah, I lost track. Schwanda struck out. She becomes the 4th strikeout for McDonald. Each pitcher now with 4 strikeouts, and Ashlyn Millette is up. She is the right fielder, and she is the first left-handed hitter that McDonald's had to face here. Boy, she stepped into that, and it's going to be a fair ball. Yeah, it's going to be a base hit. No, it's going to be a foul ball. They'll bring Millette back. Now, the reason I questioned myself several times there is, yes, I am getting near that 50-year-old mark, but my position here, I'm flat on the ground. I can't see the chalk lines. Oh, and a swinging strike. She's got a very unique style. She actually starts forward in the box on the motion of the pitcher, talking about the hitter. Oh, tough one to take with 2 strikes. McDonald, with that 1 and 2 count, has had at least 1 strikeout in the first 3 innings. And now she has 2 strikeouts in 2 innings, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. She'll finish strong. And Mill River's defense really shining. Remember, they had a runner thrown out by Rao in the first inning, and then a runner thrown out here by Rao picking her off first base. And it's still 2-0 Mill River as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And in the bottom of the 3rd, Brandy Bennick, the 3rd baseman, getting her first at-bats. And then the top of the order for Mill River will be Ketchum. Since the walk to Chrissy Murray in the first inning, Brandy White, the pitcher for Springfield, retired 5 in a row, the last 3 coming on the strikeout. Each pitcher taking over here, and actually McDonald dominated from the first batter on. White for Springfield had that rough first inning where she gave up the base hit, the walk, and then a couple wild pitches and passed balls, and that's how the runs came in. That's a strike right there. Evens the count on it, 1-1. So Bennick will step in, her sophomore, taking over for Maneri at 3rd base this year, who's obviously gone on and graduated. And there's a swinging strike, and again, good movement on that pitch. Drop ball coming in. And again, just a great first day for softball. For me, they've already played a game. Mill River defeated Division I MAU 11-4. And a little jackknife as she jumped back from a pitch inside will make it a 2-2 count. The difference in the MAU game, I was told by the coach, and today's game, is that a lot of jitters and some early inning mistakes by strikeout. Right there will become the 4th strikeout in a row, the 5th strikeout of the game. And now top of the order, Ketchum, who singled and scored back in the first. So senior and the captain, Katie Ketchum, all set to start this thing off here. And again, makes good contact. Just been a great athlete. Whether it's been on the soccer field in the fall or in the basketball courts in the winter or here on the softball field in the spring, she's just been one of the best athletes Mill River, I think, has ever produced. There's a bunt and a pick, fire, and got her by that stride. Oh, she can get down the line, but a good job by the 3rd baseman, Flory, charging the ball. And she was in softball, they played tight on the corner, in on the corners all the time. And now Dennis up. She struck out back in the first. So quickly, 2 down here, and nobody on for Springfield defensively, looking to keep it at just 2-0. Then Dennis held up. She got leaning on that high pitch, but it's going to be a ball. Gary McDonald down there at 3rd base. Shirley Bruce over at first base. That's the coaching staff for Mill River. Big swing and a miss. And again, she's keeping the ball outside. And in that first at-bat when Dennis struck out, that last location you saw now, that's where she hurt her in the first time. I'm talking, of course, about the pitcher Brandy White. Location. I'm remembering the hitter's weaknesses. Again, high and just a tad outside, swinging strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 the Minutemen on Munger Vision. Dennis stepping in, getting comfortable. You can see Thompson, the catcher, already got her target set, and you have to work on not doing it so early where the batter can see it. That was a changeup, and it missed. It was a great place to throw it, and it must be a pitch that White is working on because her motion slowed down. You want the motion, your delivery motion on that changeup to look just like any other pitch, and that's going to be fouled out of play. So a good job with 2 strikes by Chelsea Redenis to foul a pitch off and stay alive and keep the at-bat going here. Chrissy Murray is on deck if Redenis can get on here with the 2 down. Yeah, see, she brought the pitch up and out purposely. She was ahead in the count, so you can go ahead and bring that ball out of the strike zone, see if you can get the hitter to chase. And right now we go to a 2-2 count. Saw Redenis just a few weeks ago. Remember, she played basketball for Mill River, JV basketball. That's going to be a foul ball, and we'll stay with a 1-2 count. That show I did with on Sports Beat with Taryn Foster and Jessica McDonald, just all I want to do is run the camera, shut up, and let the pitchers talk pitching, because they are very good at their craft. They have a passion for it, and they articulate very well. Very bright young ladies. Just had a blast doing the show. That's really local sports right there, not calling up talking about the Red Sox or the Celtics. But local sports is the people, like the young people right here on the field. They'll be able to bring 2 of the top pitchers in the state from different schools together and get them to sit down to a talk. I thought I pulled off a pretty good thing. That will be a walk. That's going to be the second walk of the ball game. Redenis with a lot of speed down at first. Chrissy Murray up. She was the other walk back in the first inning, and she walked and scored eventually on a wild pitch. Actually, it was a pass ball. I couldn't read my writing. The outfield playing a very shallow, big swing. Horizontal fall ball. Murray was just a tad under the pitch, but she had the right beat on it. Redenis with very good speed at first base, and we'll see how Coach Brusso wants to play this as far as if she's going to become aggressive on the base pass with 2 outs. Got a 2-0 lead, and this is a division matchup. And that's going to be off the glove, and that's a fair ball. It's a base hit. Redenis going to take the turn, head into third base, and be standing up. First and third, and Murray with a base hit over there at first base. Had enough power to drive it through the glove of the first baseman. And again, not that anybody has relaxed here, but with 2 down, things were kind of cruising along this inning for the pitcher Brandy White, but now she's got 2 on, 2 outs, runners at the corners, and the very dangerous Nikki Rao up. She flied out to right field, her only time up. So Rao with a chance to add to that Mill River 2-0 lead. And again, this is where pitcher-catcher have to buckle down and not have pass balls and wild pitches. And there's the runner going down, and they do throw the ball down, and that's going to allow the runner to come in and score. She got a very late start, but she's going to slide in, and then the throw home is wild, and that's going to allow Murray to move up to third base. And that is what aggressive base running does for you. And Murray ends up all the way over at third base with 2 down, and now Rao still with the table set for an RBI here. And first of all, I think the second baseman was shocked that the ball came out to her on an actual throwdown. I don't know if there's a cutoff play where somebody was supposed to step up and cut the throw off. Oh, big swing, great drop ball. And Rao got it off the end of the bat, foul. But once that part of the play had taken place and they did throw down to second, Redenis broke very late. Remember, it's her first year of varsity ball. She broke very late to go home and was safe. But at that point, that's where Springfield started to throw the ball around, and that's what allowed the trail runner Murray to move up. And that's going to be a base hit, and they'll get by the fielder, and they're going to allow Rao to run at least to third, maybe further. She'll cut the corner, head into third base. You can see Gary McDonald's sending her home, and she's going to score. And all this again, 2 down, and a big blast delivered by the catcher, Nikki Rao. And that'll drive in 2 more runs for Mill River. And it was hit on a sinking line drive with a lot of juice behind it. And unofficially, that's a home run. 3 runs this inning to go with the 2 in the first, and it's 5-0 Minutemen. And now McDonald up. She grounded out to the third baseman, Flory, in her only at-bat. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play. Now you take a pitcher like McDonald and you give her a 5-0 lead, and the way she's throwing, Springfield's digging themselves quite a hole here on the road. Brandy White does have the 5 strikeouts, so. And that just missed. Good eye by McDonald right there. And, you know, and I don't know if this is true or not, but you would think being a very good pitcher that McDonald is, she'd have quite a sense for the strike zone. That's a foul ball. She got around and pulled it. And again, in the second inning, Springfield's White struck out the side, and then she struck out the first batter here of the third inning, and then got a ground out. There's the changeup. It's going to be a tough play. It's a short hopper, and they'll get McDonald, but the damage has been done. It's 5-0 Mill River over Springfield as we'll head into the top of the fourth inning on Munger Vision. So junior Jessica McDonald with 5 strikeouts. Mill River with a couple of runners thrown out on throwing a couple of runners out on base. One the traditional way from Nikki Rao, the catcher, throwing down to second base when the runner at first tried to advance, and then she picked the runner off at first base. Top of the order, Brandy White up. She grounded out to Brandy Bennick at third base in her only time up, and that's going to be ripped past Bennick for a base hit. Not much Bennick could do on that. That was a good solid shot on an off-speed pitch, and White will be on first base now. She's 1 for 2 on the day. In Springfield, we're going to get back in the ball game now in the fourth inning. As that is the second base hit of the softball game. Heather LaPlante up, the second baseman now. That is fouled. Oh, goes off, rings up the mask of Nikki Rao, who's okay. LaPlante struck out back in the first inning. She was actually the first strikeout victim of the ball game for Jessica McDonald. Again, Springfield down 5, but you're in a position in the game where you can still stay very aggressive. I'm not sure I'd want to send somebody with Rao behind the plate, but again, that infield stays the same with Murray, Redenis, Ketchum, and Bennick. There's what I was thinking I would do more of. McDonald's in a rhythm. Even though she's given up the 2 hits, she's got 5 strikeouts, hasn't wasted a lot of energy or effort. And usually when a pitcher, whether it's baseball or softball, make them work. Lay down some bunts, get them moving around, break up the rhythm. And that is going to be foul as it rolls up the hill here at Mill River. Again, Jerry Munger bringing you another season of softball action and baseball. I got Glenn Carter's Mounties. Congratulations on their big win over the other school in the city. And that just missed. That looked inside. I mean, the hitter kind of gave up on the pitch, but that wasn't that far off the inside corner. So LaPlante, with the runner at first and nobody down, batting from the right side, waits for McDonald. Step back on the rubber in the circle. All right down the pipe. Strikeout number 6. Looked like it was stealing candy from a baby. It's again with 2 strikes, another batter not protecting the plate, and that becomes the first out of this inning. Now Sarah Flory up, who walked and then was thrown out, trying to steal second base. That runner still down at first, and White is the Brandy White, the pitcher, is the runner at first. She had the base hit. She hasn't shown yet like has any intentions of going. Again, that one was a floater that stayed up and away and got the batter to chase it, and that's going to be a swinging strike. Connie Cahill is on deck for Springfield. Oh, great pitch. Again, just right there. Not a lot of deception. Just a fastball down the center of the plate. Mill River at 1 win, no losses. It was a big one. Division I Mount Anthony. And that's going to go in the gap, and that's going to roll, and they are going to send her home. Yeah, you see them waving her around, and Brandy White will cut the bag and come in and cut the deficit to 5-1. So that was a big hit delivered with 2 strikes by Flory, who ends up with a triple. And I'll bring up Cahill now, Connie Cahill, who grounded out to first base to Murray. As you can see, pitcher-catcher Rao and McDonald having a little chat right now, whether it was a mix-up on the sign or some discussion at length on the sign, and they couldn't agree on what to throw there, or location, or maybe it was just shrug it off and throw the next pitch type speech by the catcher. I asked the catcher last year, you know, who's the boss out there? And she's like, oh, you know, she didn't come out and say she was. But she gave me the inclination, or the, you know, thought pattern was that she settles her pitchers down. She calls balls and or the pitches. That is off the glove of McDonald. They're going to get the one out. The run will score. It's going to be 5-2, and I'll get the out, though. You know, I think that was a great decision by Rodenas. Get the out, and don't let this become a big inning. You know, 2 runs are in. And that'll bring up Ashley Richardson, who struck out back in the 2nd inning. Now, say if they try to get the runner at home instead of getting the out at first and the runner scores anyways, then you still only have 1 out and a runner at first still. So now you get the out. Big swing. Boy, that looked like a changeup. So 2 down, and Richardson and Springfield able to chip away here, make it a 5-2 softball game. That's high for a ball. Oh, and then to finish my story, after talking to the catcher, I talked to both Foster and McDonald pitchers, and I said, who's the boss out there? And they, without hesitation, they said the pitcher. Okay, I think he called a, yeah, I want to examine this, but I think he called a balk with nobody on base, but yeah, I can see he gave her the penalty of the ball because of the balk, so it's 3 balls, 1 strike. He said she touched the ball twice, and there's a strike. So she's just coming back now from a 3-1 count. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runs in, bases clear. Springfield and Mill River, 5-2. Oh, right there in McDonald. That was, I'm upset with myself. I'm going to take care of this batter type deal, and she got it done. But the Cosmos down just 3 now at 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th in this league matchup. Well, big spot in the game for the Springfield pitcher, Brandy White. Her team just got her 2 runs back. They're only down 3. Mill River up now with Andrea Chambers up. She struck out in the 2nd, but right now it's Springfield's job defensively to not give up any runs, or you don't return the runs that you just got. Great pitch. Great pitch. Outside corner strike. 6, 7, 8 hitter due up. Chambers, Plouffe, and Gray for Mill River in their home red uniforms. Actually, they have blue also, but today they're wearing red. And now it's just pure speed right there. And I tell you, White has a great movement, good velocity on her pitches. That first inning, she gave up the single and then the walk, and it was just Mill River's good base running that forced a lot of Springfield mistakes. Oh, just blew it by her. Made quick work for strikeout number 6. And for the 2nd time today, she'll get Chambers going down on strikes swinging. Kayla Plouffe up. She struck out in that 2nd inning. Now White, Brandy White, back in that 2nd, struck out the side. McDonald with 7 strikeouts in the ball game, and White with 6 to this point. And that's going to be caught by Brandy White, still in the circle, and very quickly 2 down. So she is just about through with what her job was supposed to be here this inning, which was no runs returned by Mill River. She's got to get by Desiree Gray, though, who struck out in the 2nd inning. She's 0 for 1 today. So Brandy White into the motion, and that's going to be high and outside. And nice job by the catcher, Angela Thompson. The first base is Megan Brown. Heather LaPointe's at 2nd. Connie Cahill's at short, and Sarah Flory is at 3rd base. That's the Springfield infield. And the pitch on the way to Gray. Good eye, real good eye. Laid off that inside high ball. And that outfield has Heather Lasham out there, Ashley Richardson, and Ashlyn Millette for Springfield. That's going to be a fister. Caught 1, 2, 3 inning for Springfield. And they'll come to the plate here, down 5-2 to Mill River in the top of the 5th, scheduled for 7. And 1 defensive change for the Minutemen here in this 5th inning. Deanna Pinkowski has gone in to play left field in place of Desiree Gray. And Springfield right in the middle of the order right now, actually just a tad bit below the middle, but they're Megan Brown, Amelia Thompson, and Avril Schwanda. Now Brown struck out back in the 2nd inning. As the umpire waiting to gather up some of these balls have been flying out here on foul swings, as that's the holdup in the action. And Brown playing first base today. 7 strikeouts for McDonald to this point in the softball game. They'll wind up the pitch, and beautiful. Great location, outside corner. And it had some juice on it too. Like I said, she can throw in the mid-50s to high 50s. It's her control also that's one of her huge pluses. And the fact that she has command of 5 pitches, different pitches that she throws. Strikeout number 8 came again with a hitter looking with 2 strikes. Now, Amelia Thompson up. She singled and then was picked off first base by the very sly Nikki Rao. So 1 down and nobody on base. Springfield able to strike for 2 runs last inning against Mill River. Like I said last year, it's a ball there. Last year, these 2 teams split the regular season games and then met in the playoffs, and Mill River winning that. And that'll fall harmlessly into foul territory for a strike. McDonald with 8 strikeouts. I have her as 1 walk. Remember, I am unofficial. You know, I can keep a book. And she's given up 3 base hits. That's going to be tagged out by Murray, and foul ball. I was waiting because, again, where I'm positioned, I cannot see that line, to tell you the truth. I'm not elevated up in the air. So 1-2 the count. McDonald with 2 consecutive strikeouts going back to the last inning. That's going to be McDonald, an easy pickup, and the throw. McDonald fields her position very well. And that's one area that kind of gets overlooked when you start talking about pitchers, good pitchers, great pitchers. Is the other thing they have to do to that recipe of being a very good to great pitcher is you got to field your position. Now Schwanda up, Avril Schwanda. And she'll look at that one on the outside corner for a ball. Murray with Dennis, Ketchum, and Bennick. That's the infield, and that's going to be up, and drops in just over the second baseman's head. And you can see picked up by Plouffe, and she'll just bring it in the circle to McDonald. So a little, what do they call it? A little, excuse me, swing singles, and that coming with 2 down. But as we've seen already today and throughout the history of the game, 2 outs, a lot of things can happen. Here's the left-handed hitting Millette up. She struck out her only time at the plate. She's got that, remember, she gets a running start. Watch her front foot, see her turn. And what she's actually doing, and I'm not sure why they're having her swing like that, is she's opening up her hips, actually standing parallel to the pitcher, and she's shortening her bat. And that's why McDonald just kept that pitch on the outside corner. Now she's going to talk with her head coach. Now I have no idea what he's talking about, but that is kind of a funky style of hitting. Lefties a lot of times are slicers to begin with when they swing, but with her stance, not only is she going to be a slicer, well, she's trying to pull, but if you keep the pitch outside, she's always going to slice. But she's shortening her bat because watch your foot come out and see how much, the more you step toward first base with your lead foot, the shorter your bat becomes. They showed bunt that time. Now that could have been the conversation down there at first base. So that called a ball, and see if she goes back to the bunt here. There's a strike. Where was it? Outside corner. Why? Because she opened her hips up. Oh, they're going to say the hit. What happened there was the runner left the bag early, and that's what the first base umpire did, called her out. So that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning, and Mill River will hold that 5-2 lead over Springfield going into the bottom of the 5th. You see Brandy Bennett coming up. She's the number 9 hitter, and she's going to be the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 5th for Mill River, scheduled for 7. Mill River leading Springfield 5-2. Bennett struck out back in the 3rd, and that's been her only chance to get up to the plate here in this softball game. Nice pitch. Remember, in the 4th, the Springfield pitcher, Brandy White, had a 1-2-3 inning, and she'd love to replicate that here in this 5th. Took a little something off that pitch and got her to swing through it. So it goes to 0-2 the count to the sophomore, Brandy Bennick. The third baseman today. Should take a long look down to head coach Gary McDonald, or to third base coach Gary McDonald. Sherry Brusso is the head coach over at first. And that's going to be foul. Nice inside-outside swing on that pitch. That jammed her a little bit. And getting 6 strikeouts in the ball game for Springfield's Brandy White. They're out there in the white tops, green bottoms. The Cosmos in town out at Mill River. Brought to you by Munger Vision. That's going to be fielded. White to first. There's one down. A 1-3 ground out. White, when she's had the opportunities today to field her position, has done a very good job. Top of the order, Ketchum up. She has singled and scored in the first. She grounded out to third base where Flory threw her out in the last at bat in the third inning. Redenis is on deck. So Ketchum looking to catch him on fire here offensively and get things going for Mill River. Oh, that's a ride. That's a ride. That's a ride. Going to make the catch. Yeah, remember that breeze I was talking about that was blowing into the hitter's face? That held the ball up. She got it up in the air and held it up. And the other good thing for the outfielder is the sun is not in her eyes at that position in the field at this time of day. So with 2 quick outs, now Redenis up. She has struck out, walked, and scored. Again, Brandy White has pitched well today. She just had a few rough spots. That's going to be backhanded stab throw to first. Going to be an error. They're going to allow Redenis. She's out of play. It's a dead ball. She'll go into second base, but what a play on the initial grab by number 14, Heather LaPlante. And of course, I remember her from basketball season. Very good basketball player. But then she had more time than she realized because the ball was hit so hard. Yeah, the ball was hit so hard to her that she had more time to plant and make a better throw to first. Now Chrissy Murray up. Oh, she turned away but took the pitch. Good pitch for a strike. She's been busy today, Murray has. She has scored 2 runs. She has walked and singled. Got some stolen bases mixed in there. And she gets the bat on the ball. That'll go to shortstop. She'll let the runner go in front of her, make the throw. A nice job by the shortstop right there, Cahill. She didn't get panicked after the base runner kind of didn't interfere with her, but shielded her. But Mill River will go down, and again, no runs come across the plate for him. It's going to be 5-2 Mill River going into the top of the 6th against the Springfield Cosmos. So for Springfield, it will be Millette back up, Ashlyn Millette. Remember, she was at the plate when a runner, Schwanda, left early and was called out. So it's just like being thrown out on a stolen base attempt. That whoever's at the plate just resumes her at bat with a washed out record. That's, no balls, no strikes. That's strike 1. She'll square the bunt and she'll lay it down. Foul. So quickly, McDonald up 0-2 in the count. Got 8 Ks, 8 strikeouts in the game. We're in the 6th, 5-2 Mill River. They had the lead at the end of 1 inning, and they've never trailed or been tied to this point in this softball game. Looking to move to 2-0 on this young season. They've got a win over Division I Mount Anthony. And Sue McDonald's so smart. And Rao is too, because she's probably helping out with the calls here. But they're keeping the ball away from the lefty because of the way she opens up her hips to swing. Yeah, good night. Adios. See you later. Hasta la vista. As Millette strikes out for the second time, 9 strikeouts in the game, and now the top of the order, Brandy White up. She grounded out to Bennick at third in the first, and then singled and scored in the 4th. And on the other side of her glove, being the pitcher today, she's pitched very well. Right there, just almost reacted. White did like she didn't expect that. Just a good old-fashioned fastball. So 0-1 to count. Again, McDonald has had that 1 walk issued, but other than that, she's pretty much been pitching from ahead in the count. And that's going to be past Bennick. Fire ball. Nope, foul. I tell you what, Bennick made a great attempt at it. Kind of laid out there for the ball like Greg Nettles used to do for the Yankees or Petroselli used to do for the Red Sox, but foul ball for a strike. Nice long look in by McDonald, and the pitch. That's going to be bobbled. The throw to first. No, not going to get her. So Bennick almost able to cover up the error with a good strong throw, but it's going to be a base runner on. And she McDonald, very vocal out there. She's a leader. You know, she's a junior. And so with one out, one on for Heather LaPointe, who has struck out twice today. And again, if you're thinking about moving that runner along via the steal, remember what Ralph's done today. She's thrown 2 runners out, one at second on a traditional straight, old-fashioned steal, and one at first on a pickoff. So it does make you think, down just 3 runs in the 6th. Do you feel lucky, as Dirty Harry would say? Well, do you? Right now, the runner just kind of hanging out, staying there at first. They've also had a runner called out for leaving the bag early. I'm talking about Springfield. Just missed. Oh, I'll tell you, that tickled that corner. If anything, it was just a tad bit low. It's been a very well umpired baseball game, softball game. That's popped up, and nope, Ralph just can't get there. So I like the fact that they're trying to shake things up there. You know why? Because there was a 1-strike count, and she hadn't shown bunt at all anywhere in this sequence of hitting. And then, boom, she came out with it, and I like that. I like that. You got to shake things up. McDonald waits for everybody to get reset. She's happy. The umpire's happy. The batter's in the box, and the pitch on the way. It's going to be caught, doubled up. Double play, Chrissy Murray with the catch and the tag of the bag, and that's the end of the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Minutemen defense shining out there today. Murray this time making the big play. 5-2 Mill River. And you see her getting set. It's going to be the catcher, Nikki Rao, leading things off from Mill River in the bottom of the 6th. Looking to go to 2 wins, no losses on this. It's not really a young season. We're in the middle of the season. They just haven't played a lot of games because of the unbelievable weather we have had, bad weather we have had. But Rao up there, and of course she's the catcher, and she's flying out to right field, and she's hit a home run. And she is looking to get things started here. Mill River with that 3-run lead, but hey, you never have enough runs, seriously. I've seen huge leads and double digits evaporate, and I've seen 1-run leads disappear. I mean, they just play full throttle the whole game. And that's a good eye right there. Brandy White has gone the distance to this point for Springfield. It's pitched very well. She's got 6 strikeouts. Her highlight coming in the 2nd inning, she struck out the side. And White took a little something off that pitch, and that's going to be in foul territory. Oh, the fan wimped out and backed away. He wouldn't make the catch. So they'll just go as a strike on a foul ball, and we will wait till everybody gets back in position here. And Mill River, everybody's going to have a cramped schedule now with all the rainouts and cancellations, but they've got a game tomorrow against another 1-division team. Remember last year they got off to a 3-0 start also. Their first loss came against Tarrant Foster in Otter Valley right here. Strike on a swing. Actually, it was Kelsey Waters that was pitching that day. I did the game here. And she got the win for Otter Valley. I tell you, Patty Cannon's got a good squad up there. They went all the way to the championship game last year, and tough luck loss to Linden, the defending champions. Oh, changeup got her. Wow, totally surprised by the changeup. That's a couple times now that Brandy White has tried to throw it. She spotted it very well there because she hasn't overthrown it and she hasn't abused it. And she was up in the count when she threw it, so if she missed, it really didn't hurt her. Now McDonald up. She's grounded out to third base and grounded out to shortstop, so she's made contact both times up, but she's looking for a base hit. Oh, great pitch. Strike 1, outside corner. Of course, the catcher again back there is Amelia Thompson for Springfield. They did make, oh, that's got a chance to be caught, and it will be backhand stab, yeah. Nice play defensively by Megan Brown, number 8, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And of course, that's the big thing Springfield wants, to get out of this inning with no runs scored because they've got just 3 outs left in the regular innings and regulation. And Andrea Chambers up. She struck out twice. Once in the 2nd inning and once in the 4th inning. I believe it's Chambers. It's hard to see if they're going to make a change for a pinch hitter or not. Yeah, he's doing some paperwork. So I don't think this is Chambers, but I can't see the jersey number yet. It looks like number 15. Tell you, until I'm told different, I'm going to go with Chambers. So White looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And that is going to be a foul ball strike. I'm just quiet because I was looking. That's Melissa Prouty. So Prouty hitting for Chambers, because when she turned there to swing, I could see. Oh, it's tough aging. Believe me, I'm getting up there in the years. And that just missed. 1-1 to count. To Melissa Prouty as she'll dig in from the right side of that box. And again, 2 down. They're looking for that 3rd out, so they can get a chance here to come back. It's going to be swing and a miss. Not really swinging a foul ball. Hey, it's my first softball game of the year. I was set to go 2.5 weeks ago. Plouffe is on deck. And if you want to look ahead to Springfield, they're going to be right in the heart of their order. I think the 3-4-5 spot. And she will swing and miss. The catcher shows her the ball, and that's the inning. So the Cosmos with 3 outs to get this thing tied up. McDonald has something to say about it. She'll come out in the circle for Mill River. 5-2, the Minutemen. She's the sunlight coming down on Jessica McDonald. And, well, I'll tell you, if you're Springfield, you've got the 3-4-5 hitter coming up. Sarah Flory is up first. She has singled and tripled and scored. So she's had a relatively very good day against McDonald. There's a strike. But the news gets bleak after that for Springfield because Richardson and Brown, who are on deck, have struck out 4 times combined. They've each struck out twice. And that's going to drop in for another base hit. So a 3-for-3 day as Pinkowski back out there in left field. We'll get the ball in quickly. Now I'll tell you, Flory has got, at least for today, she has got McDonald pegged. 3 hits, two singles and a triple, and now Cahill up. And I'm sorry, Cahill has grounded out twice. It's the next 2 hitters, Richardson and Brown, that have both struck out. This is going to be foul. You see Bennett pick it up in foul territory. And you see that sun pretty intense out there. And Mill River up 5-2. They had a 2-0 lead after 1 inning of play and added 3 runs in the 3rd. Gave up 2 runs in the 4th to Springfield, and that's how all the scoring took place. 5-2, the Minutemen. And that will be fouled out of play, straight back for a strike. So Jessica McDonald, number 21, with 9 strikeouts in this game today. We'll get set. And that's going to be played by McDonald. She'll make the catch, the throw, and got her. What a stretch by Murray. And you can see Florian's up at second base. Again, it's only a 3-run deficit, and there's only 1 down. Good job by everybody. McDonald getting to the ball, making the throw, the stretch by Murray. I told you, Murray's just solid at the plate and with the glove. Now Richardson up with 1 out and a runner at second, but in the 7th, down to their final 2 outs. She has struck out twice today, and she took that one right down the pipe for a strike. On deck, it's Megan Brown. Now, what happened? They have a timeout. Somebody was playing toss and catch on the sidelines, lost a ball, and it came into the field of play. Okay, so Megan Plouffe tosses that ball out of play, and we're good to go here. Oh, great pitch. You see the batter jump back. There's so much movement on the ball, but it's an 0-2 count. McDonald looking for the 2nd out of the inning via the strikeout, and that would be her 10th strikeout of the game if she can get there. And that's going to be foul. You can see Murray react and just let the ball go. And again, you can just see how solid all the pieces and parts are here for Mill River. They defeated Bennington, or MAU, Division I. They're here in a very big matchup with Springfield. Oh, and there's strikeout number 10. So the Minutemen just 1 out away. And Megan Brown was struck out in the 2nd and in the 5th. Now, she went down looking once, swinging once, but it wouldn't be a bad time. I don't think it would hurt right now. See where they're playing on the corners and just try to drop one down. A directional bunt, though, not back to McDonald. Not that anybody asked me. There's a strike. Another solid performance this afternoon by Jessica McDonald, Nikki Rao, the whole gang out there. Murray, Redenas, Ketchum, Bennick, Gray, Pinkowski, Plouffe, Chambers. And see Rao, too, very crafty at her job. She didn't get the call, but she made the catch with the ball just outside the strike zone, gently slid it back in, trying to frame it for the umpire. 1-1 to count in the top of the 7th. And that's going to be out of play. So we will stay on the edge of our seats here as Mill River looking to get the home win over Springfield, a team they split with last year in the regular season, and a team they defeated in the quarterfinals of the playoffs last year. McDonald with 10 Ks so far. Make it 11, she'll pump her fist, and Mill River will get the win on their home turf, and they'll go to 2 wins, no losses. Impressive wins, both over MAU and Springfield. They still have a game tomorrow, back-to-back games, as they'll travel to the big city and take on Division I school. So, again, just great effort all the way around. Coach is going to be happy. Remember, there wasn't a lot of time to work with the teams outside with the terrible spring conditions we had, so they're a good team now, and they're only going to get better. Just Jerry Munger from Mill River Union High School. Congratulations to Mill River. Very good effort by Springfield. And, you know, I always get out there. It'd be nice if somebody did back up and catch Munger Vision's back.